Last year, we invested $100,000 into a brand new custom product. And just last week, we sold the 4,500th unit of our initial 4,500 unit order. And now, we've killed it. And I don't mean it in a cool, we smashed it way. I mean, we've killed the product. It is dead, never to return. We lost a shitload of money on it, and I'm going to show you exactly how much during this video. And we learned a few things that we'll never, ever do again. Now, some of you that have followed us for a while now may remember we were pretty hyped about this product. We thought it was for sure our ticket for massive growth, and we even flew out to China to finish things off and do a final check. But it did not go to plan for a number of reasons that I want to run through today, so you don't make the same mistakes that we did. Now look, I'm not going to do a top 5 lessons learned like a load of YouTube heads do. The 5 biggest mistakes. I'm just going to rattle them off and dig into the interesting parts. So take notes. So a lot of the issues stem from the fact that it took ages to get this product to market. I checked back through my WeChat messages, and we actually first had this idea in June of 2022. Back then, we spotted an opportunity in this particular sub-niche. One brand were cleaning up with a relatively simple product. We did some digging, we ran some numbers, and we realized they were printing cash, uncontested. We're talking 6 figures a month in sales with easily 30% plus net margins. We dug into the reviews, which were decent, but not amazing. And we spotted a few improvements we could make to make the product 5 out of 5. So we shopped around for a supplier. We spoke to our current suppliers and a couple of new ones as well. A lot of them said they could do what we wanted, but a very much simplified and, in our opinion, indefensible version of the product, which led to us discussing custom designs. Now, this product is plastic, and that meant we need to create a custom mold. As we've said on this channel before, we do have experience there. We have done custom molds previously. Just before this product idea, in fact, we pulled the trigger on another custom mold. But that one was a pretty simple change to an existing product that we already sold. And it was super small, so the costs were relatively low. This new product idea was way, way bigger and needed to be completely customized to do what we wanted. So we spoke to the supplier from our first custom project, and they said they could handle this, no problem. That led to a load of back and forth between their design team and us, and in the end, a custom mold fee of $24,000. Now, thankfully, we have a good relationship with our supplier, and we negotiated to only pay $8,000, a third of that fee, with 50% down to get things moving and 50% on completion. But still, it was $4,000 out the door to start a project, which isn't nothing. But we were super confident, right? We knew what the cogs were. Well, we knew what the estimated cogs were, and I'll get back to that in a minute. We knew what the margin we stood to make at this current cogs, and we knew that we make the best listings in our niche. And we had money in the bank as well, so we steamed ahead. But you see, the thing is, with tricky, fairly big custom molds, is that they take ages. Every little tweak that you make takes weeks, and the months rolled by without a sample even being sent to us. Eventually, I think it was 6 months after the initial idea, we received a sample through the post, which also somehow took 4 weeks to arrive from China to Spain. And I'll admit, I was buzzing. I was so excited. If this sample was what we'd been told it would be, we'd be able to order and launch in time for our niche's peak season. And that would mean a boatload of profit. So I grabbed the scissors, I cut off the 8,000 layers of tape that Chinese suppliers seem to think is necessary on every sample, and I opened the box. And it was shite. It was absolutely shite. It was scratched, it was misshaped, it didn't look in any way like a custom product from a quality brand. This was a massive kick in the balls. We set aside pretty much all of our free cash for this product. We basically stopped doing new product development because we were so confident that this was the right move. So a lesson there, if you are making notes, never stop product development. Always have multiple tracks of development on the go, because you never know what could go wrong with one or multiple of them. And when that happens, you should have other options available for other products that you can launch to keep growing your business. So at this point, I went back to our supplier and I told them the sample was shite. We couldn't place an order and we were pissed off that it took so long. They said they were sorry, they said they could improve it, and they get right to work on making it better and to what it had been agreed. A load more time rolls by and I get a message on WeChat saying the plastic they were using simply wasn't going to be good enough for what we needed. It wasn't strong enough to keep its shape basically when it came to the US. Now this meant we needed to change the materials. Cool, no problem. But what that also meant is that they said the price per unit needed to go up. And not by a little bit either, it was by over 20%. This product also wasn't cheap. We're talking about $20 COGS. Now, what we should have done at this point is said, no dice. The economics don't work at the higher price and we can't progress. But what we did instead was convince ourselves that our product was going to be so much better than the top seller, who was still cleaning up uncontested, that we'd be able to charge way more than them, swallow the cost increase, and still clean up. And that, ladies and gents, was stupid. So we pressed forward and April of 2023 came around, almost 1 year after the initial product idea. We'd had more samples come through and finally we got what we wanted. It was the bollocks. It looked like a legit custom product and it ticked all the boxes that we wanted to. So we placed an order for 4,500 units. Well, actually no, we placed an order for 3,600 units. And then because we saw the top seller killing it, we got excited again and added 900 units on top. That was also stupid. Now, during that production period, the market started to shift. Other sellers in our niche spotted the opportunity and started releasing crappier versions of the bestseller. Crappy, but they were selling and for cheap. This led to the top seller dropping their price by quite a lot to gain back their market share. Now we spotted this and we knew it wasn't ideal, but we were pot committed at this point with a huge order. It'd be over $20 per unit landed cost, plus the mold, plus a photo shoot, graphics, video, etc. We were in for over $100,000. So June rolls around and our product was basically ready to ship. So for the first time ever, we went over to China. We wanted to meet our suppliers, look at some new product ideas we began working on, ones that we were going to pay for with all the profits from this product, and of course, check out the final product in person. So during our factory tour, we actually spotted some of our products being finished off, which was really cool to see in person. And then after that, we went to look at some finished units in their custom packaging we'd had designed. And on closer inspection, and you won't believe this, we spotted some more small issues with the quality of the finish. We pulled them up on it and we were told it must just be a couple of units, but rest assured, they'd be removed for final delivery and all of them would be perfect. Then we went off to a banquet dinner, we got hammered on rice wine and ate duck's heads. Seriously.
Really the mood for some duck head.
So, we're here now, the launch. This happened in late September. And you're probably thinking, but Tom, the products were ready in June. How did another 3 months go by? I thought it was only 1 month to ship from China to the USA. Because obviously, they were more than just a few units with the issues that we spotted, and they all had to be replaced. This meant we missed pretty much the whole peak season, and we launched at a really shitty time of year. Now, what had also happened is that even more crappy copycats had got to market, and the average price of the product had come down by over $30. So we were shooting to sell this product at $65 to $75, and we ended up having to launch at $34.99 to try and gain traction. Also, and I'm sure most of you guys have already realized this, June 2022 to September 2023, that's 15 months. 15 months from idea to release. I could have met a girl, had a whirlwind romance, got married, got her pregnant, had a kid, and got divorced in that time. It's simply way too long for a business at our size. Speed is paramount when you're growing. You want to get from idea to selling as fast as possible. You want to act on opportunities rapidly before they disappear or they're gobbled up by other sellers. Never said gobbled on a video before. We'll keep it in. Right, so now let me show you behind the scenes and show our actual results. Right, so we're in Scale Insights here, it's in the back end of our business. You can see from the 1st of September 2023 through to the 31st of May 2024. And you can see if you scroll down, the product itself. We sold 4,459 units, so yeah, 40 or so got lost. You can see we drove almost 200K of revenue. Profits, this means it is minus 20,000. You can see here we spent $37,000 on ads. You can see our ACOS 28%, TACOS 19%, organic units, all this stuff, right? But the main number that you're looking at there is our margin, right? So we lost money on this product. You can see the ROI is negative. The margin is negative as well. We go back over this side again. Like I said, there's $20,000 loss tracked on this product. We also spent $8,000 on the mold, a bunch on storage at a 3PL and the creative assets for the listing. So all in, we ended up losing about $36,000 on this product. Our theory was right, but our movement was just way too slow. And because of sunk cost fallacy, as well as actual sunk cost of $100,000, we had to push forward. Now look, I'm not saying that we are completely useless at Amazon. Of course not. We did have the best listing in the niche. The product did solve problems for customers. We did negotiate great payment terms with our suppliers, but we simply couldn't get it anywhere near the sales price we needed to make it work. Thankfully, other products in our catalog did really well last year, so we could swallow the loss and it didn't cripple our business. So to wrap up, I'll recap the lessons for you. And this time, for you lazy people, I will do a little list so you can take a screenshot or write it down. So first, don't take almost 18 months to get to market. Speed is critical. Don't take on ultra complex molds. Keep it simple. Don't ignore the niche that you're entering. Make sure you have a pulse in it from the time you order all the way through to the time that you launch. Don't stop new product development. You always need multiple options spinning and multiple tracks progressing forward. And the last one, and most importantly, don't be afraid to pull the plug if you have to. We probably should have pulled out of this when we got that first sample or when they raised the unit costs and we were only $4,000 committed. We didn't, and that ultimately really hurt us. Now, all of that being said, I'm not actually sure if I'd change anything. Because of this small nightmare, it made us reassess our products and our business plan. We've since pivoted, we've entered into the consumables and replenishable sub-niches within our category, and it's looking like it's gonna work. So here's a recent product we sourced in the US for just $5,000. That's a cool 95% less of an investment than the other product, and it's hit the ground running. We still have products from China in our business and we'll still continue to source there, but probably not insanely complex, big ass custom mold products. And perhaps we'll come back to them in future, but we definitely won't sink nearly all of our cash into one complicated idea. Now, if you're a member of Honest FBA, you'll probably already know this story. We've made mistakes like this, so you guys don't have to, and we share learnings like this, along with all the good stuff we've done as well, with everyone inside the community. Now, the rest of you that aren't members might be watching this and think, why would they admit to making these mistakes if they're trying to set a course? And to that I say, we're called Honest FBA. The clue is in the name. We're 4 years in, we have a profitable 7-figure brand, and we're still learning. We learn from people ahead of us, as well as from other sellers within the community. It's a collective brain, and it reduces these mistakes and helps everyone move way faster towards their goals. If that sounds like something you'd be interested to be a part of, there's a link down below and you can book a call. Now, watch this video of how to make a really good Amazon listing.